Hello, my name is Tim Marshall, and this is my Module 6 and 7 assignment for the Lead 6133 class, Leadership Setting Analysis. My presentation will provide analysis of a setting that is not particularly thought of when we consider leadership. And this is a setting where a college is selecting a president for a college that is part of a multi-college district. First, some background. The district has 7 colleges around a large urban city. Each college campus is independently accredited, and multiple colleges have multiple campuses. So even though there are 7 colleges in the district, there are over 20 locations, plus a large online presence. The current president of the college is retiring after a 13-year tenure. During the tenure, the president consistently tried to portray her particular college as an outlier regarding district operations. Though some functions are centralized, like registration and an academic catalog, the current president would try to create additional processes or procedures that did not mesh well with centralized operations everywhere from registration to onboarding faculty to accounting structures. And that caused some problems with regards to how the college was treated by the district offices and the district service components. Inwardly, she treated the faculty and staff in a very traditional hierarchical management manner, where she was basically the benevolent dictator, and at times there were no reasons given why certain decisions were made, particularly those that conflicted with district operations. And so at those times it was her word, and because of that, faculty became distrustful of local and district leadership because they had to deal with her locally, and they felt that the district wasn't stepping up and fixing the problem. So with that, with the president leaving, there's a chance for the district and for the college to transform in ways that it will bring it not only closer to the morals and the values of the rest of the district, but also transform into a college that meets many other influences that she traditionally neglected. One of those is as colleges in large urban centers are seeing as a large influx of international students, and then even those students that are citizens of the state, they are preparing for jobs that will have global impact, and the traditional leadership style ignored this particular component. So we are looking for a college leader that will be able to operate in line with globalization needs as they're defined by Arzia and Ismail. Colleges can no longer cocoon themselves from their impact that they can have in a global environment, and then also the global society's impact on the college itself. The college campus itself is in a very high poverty area. So there are 12 mayors of 12 local municipalities that are part of the college service district, and they are depending on the college to be a leader in transforming the economic development of that area. So that's another role that the current college president does not have a skill set in, but the local mayors can see how the other college campuses are making an impact, and they're looking to enjoy some of that same effect. The leader has to have the ability to affect change within the follower groups, particularly the faculty and the staff at the local college, as evidenced by Power, who looks at and provides a very good leader management and follower exchange platform that will not only demand change but also facilitate it. Right now, there's just a demand without facilitation. There's also, because of the large size of the district and the large size of the state, there's a certain complexity that has been forgotten at the college campus. And because of that, they're managing without that complexity in mind, the college campus has lost out on certain grants and has lost out on other certain participant opportunities with private and public partners. And because of those issues, we're looking for more than a traditional, more of a transformational leader. Basham was able to provide wonderful characteristics for transformational leaders in higher education. And we, in turn, became very ardent in our request for having candidates that have the following preferences. One is a commitment and a passion to the community college student who has, in many cases, nowhere else to turn for completing even some basic education and then gaining access to programs, certificates, workforce, and the entry point of a traditional four-year college. The community college is the only pathway for many portions of disadvantaged citizens, and we want to have a candidate that recognizes that particular part of a community college characteristic. Second is empathy. Not only recognizing that the students are coming from sometimes difficult circumstances, but having empathy and showing and knowing that maybe even in their background that they've experienced some of those same life issues that that bring our students to our door. Of course, there's competence that's required. We are looking for not only just a great leader, but a good manager and a coach. These are topics that we discussed at great length in the discussion. And on top of that, an authenticity that will endear them to the faculty and to the district citizens and to the mayors and the local legislatures, so that they can come to depend on this leader for helping transform not only the college but the neighborhood. And then self-knowledge. As we read more and more about transformational characteristics, this leader must be an active leader, learner. They must continue to study the dynamics with regards to their own leadership style and how they affect others. That leads us up to the selection process. We've started by screening a large number of candidates through an executive search firm. They are aware of all of our requested competencies and our focus on specific areas of specific areas of interest with regards to globalization, economic development, and student success. Through that process, we are going to be, we've already enjoined 10 candidates to do interviews. Those interviews will be face-to-face with a district executive leadership team that has representation of not only our district leaders, but also other college presidencies, all the other college presidents. They will then have a face-to-face meeting with our district chancellor, who is working on an integrated higher education plan that includes not only our 7 colleges, but also the entire city and the legislators and politicians and social service agencies within the city. From that group of 10, we will pick 3 finalists. Those finalists will then be presented to the college campus for a public forum, so faculty and staff will be able to interact with them. And if those 3 finalists are acceptable, then they will have a face-to-face with a district chancellor. If not acceptable to the local college, then we will go back into the pool of 10 to determine if any need to be moved forward into that group of 3. We expect this process of onboarding a new transformational leader to take 6 to 9 months. It's already been about 4.5 months right now to this point, and as I said, we are just now getting through the 10 candidates through their initial interviews. Leadership development is ongoing. The members of the Chancellor's leadership team, almost to a person, have had experience in either leadership development training, through professional development, or through executive programs, or even through a doctoral program. So it's refreshing to see that we all recognize the multiple types of leaders that are available to us. And through the interview process, we can define those characteristics that are important to the local college and are important to the district and the operations as a whole. Thank you very much.